Okay, so today we will be learning about uh, poetry and meters in poetry. Basically, first, has anyone ever read like a poem that is, I guess, like, how do I say this? It's very hard because everyone has already read poems in school. Poetry is basically an art form that uses language very creatively to basically to try and evoke emotions and ideas about things. So there are a lot of terms that might be unfamiliar to you if you haven't seen this yet. Uh, Poetry is a kind of literary form. Uh, and you use a lot of the figurative languages like uh, metaphors, similes, that kind of stuff um, when you are writing things like poetry. You need to use a lot of the sound devices, imagery, that kind of stuff to really portray scenes and portray emotions, ideas in people's mind. So, poetry is something that has existed for millennia. Among the oldest are actually from Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China. These are the poems that has various purposes: storytelling, historical preservation, religious beliefs, all that good stuff. And there are a lot of types of poetry. Number one is sonnet. Sonnets are 14-line poems with specific rhyme schemes and structures. Haiku, I think you guys might know this already. Haikus are basically a type of Japanese poem with 3 lines, each line having 5, 7, and 5 syllables. There's also a limerick. A limerick is almost like a joke poem. It's a humorous poem with 5 lines and pretty loose rhyme scheme. There's also a free verse. A free verse is poetry that does not follow strict rhyme scheme or meter. And lastly is the narrative. Narrative is basically a poem that tells a story. So we'll commence with meters in poetry. Now you might be thinking that meters are something that is quite it's kind of weird because usually you use meters as when you are usually you would use meters when you are trying to measure something. And to be honest, yeah, you're measuring something here. Uh, Let me share my screen first. Uh, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Uh, okay. So today we will be recognizing different types of poems. These are iambic, trochaic, anapestic, and declitic. At the end of this class, I expect that you will be able to understand as well as be able to recognize different types of meters in poetry. Okay, so a meter is basically rhythmic structure of a poem. Think of it as, for example, the rhythm of a song, the beat of a song that you might be tapping along when you're listening to it. Music and poetry are quite a lot of the times the same thing. There are a lot of poems that then become nursery rhymes that were sung by children. These rhythms are created by patterns of stressed and unstressed syllables. If you are if you have graduated sixth grade, then you would probably know that, because in most parts of the world, poetry is still being measured in almost a universal way. Okay, so since you guys have really just like show me that you guys have pretty good English proficiency, I trust that you know what stressed syllables and unstressed syllables are, because most of the times I see you guys stressing these words already correctly. So I will probably give you guys a few minutes just to read the slide, and then we'll continue, okay? If you have any problems, just you can just raise your hand. Okay, let us. Okay, so this is how we are going to determine a meter. A meter is a pair of syllables in poetry, and two syllables makes a foot. A foot for 1 foot forms a monometer. 2 feet, diameter. Sorry, guys.
I don't get it.
Okay, so how about this? So, for example, the word happy has 2 syllables, right? The word happy has 2 syllables. So it is basically a foot. So if you say in a poem, in a line of a poem, if you say like I am happy, there's 4 syllables, right? I am happy. So since 2 syllables makes a foot, there should be 2 foot. There should be 2 feet in that syllable, in that poem line. Do you get it now?
So how do they turn into feet?
It's just feet is also a way to measure things. Like it's also a way to measure height. It's just the imperial standards are not as common here. So anyways, let's go back. So here we have, shall I compare thee to a summer's day, which basically translate in Old English to should I compare you to a summer's day. Thee is just you, but yeah. You can see that there are 5 feet, so it should be a pentameter. Okay, and this is an iambic. An iambic is basically, okay, so if you have a foot, right, 2 syllables, the first syllable is unstressed, and then the second syllable is stressed, then that is an iambic foot. So it has been said to resemble a heartbeat, something that is unstressed and then stressed and then unstressed again. These usually create very natural, flowy type of poetry used in a lot of the Shakespearean poetry, that kind of stuff. And and it mimics how we talk a lot, because when you write about things that are nature driven, it's got to be natural. So, example here is Sonnet 18, which is an excerpt. This is an excerpt of Sonnet 18 of William Shakespeare. Can anyone read the poem? Okay, Lucy, can you read the poem?
Okay. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leash hath all too short a date.
Okay, thank you.
That
So,
is confusing.
yeah, so I'll be, if you want, I can explain this a bit. So, shall I compare thee to a summer day, which means that I want to compare you with how a summer's day is, basically something that is, thou art more lovely and more temperate, basically meaning that, so these two lines here basically means that you basically, like, you are like a summer's day, although you're more temperate and you're more lovely. And then rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves have all too short a date. Okay, so
Well, what does he mean by leash haul all the short a date? What is a date?
okay, so how do I say this? Okay, so I let me see. Okay, the let me see. Okay, so in the three lines, you can see that. Okay, how do I say this again? The first line of a poem poses a question that the speaker asked whether he should compare, should compare his lover, addressed directly as thee to a summer's day, based on context in the surrounding poems, basically Sonnet 17 and lower. We can safely assume that the person is a young man, probably of higher social standing. So the speaker here is basically playing a Renaissance proverb, as good as one shall see in a summer's day, which means something like as good as the best there is. The speaker is now saying like whether it would be appropriate to compare that person to something widely regarded as the best and the most possible things, the most beautiful thing possible. So in the following line, the speaker offers a series of reasons why the comparison is inappropriate. So the first line here should be that the person is more beautiful than a summer's day. The second, like more lovely and less extreme. So in contrast to a summer's day, he is temperate, mild and pleasant. In the following two lines here, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves have all too short a date. Means they note that the summer is temporarily limited. It emerges from spring and falls into winter. Thus, the buds of beautiful flowers are then shaken by wind. So, and winter is to come. This is basically the perfection has a short lease, endures for only a brief moment. So, basically saying that, oh, but summer is only going to be there in a brief moment, and then, but then that his lover is still going to be perfect all throughout the year, things like that. So it is a love poem, basically. Uh, okay, that is an iambic. Also, one of the reasons why I make an iambic, you can see in the first part here, is that shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Shall I is, of course, it's stress on the I, compare, stress on the A, thee to, this is shall I compare thee. So this is a exception here, but usually because you cannot go through this line by line by line by line, it cannot be exact because it's very hard to do so. So if something is, for example, mostly iambic, you would consider it iambic as well. Yeah, here's the entire thing. So I'll give you guys like a few moments to think about it, and then we'll continue. Uh, okay.
Oh, what are we supposed to write?
No, we're just going to be like going through the more theory part of today, and then we'll write later. Also, one more thing, guys, if you're going to for those who haven't finished their story, please finish it. I'll be doing them exclusively offline though. Okay, so this is a trochaic. Trochaic is basically the reverse part of iambic, which is a stressed syllable and then a non-stressed syllable. These can be more abrupt compared to iambic, and they are usually described as more forceful, more aggressive, used to describe things that are very that are more on the aggressive side compared to iambic. So here, William Blake. Okay, you'll hear this name a lot because William Blake is quite a famous author that he's famous in the sense that his works are always known, but he was never named as one of the, he was barely named as them. Okay, so okay, so this poem, The Tiger. Can anyone read the poem for me? Uh, Toby, can you read the poem for me?
Okay. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry, post-symmetry?
Okay. So you can see that this is a pretty good trochaic meter, although this is an incomplete trochaic meter because it is missing part, the unstressed part of the trochaic meter in and of itself. Okay, next is the anapestic. The anapestic has three syllables here. It is basically and it has three syllables. Two of them are unstressed, one is stressed, creating a very galloping rhythm. Like, you know how horses gallop? It's kind of like that. It's used in very fantastical type of poetry and does add a bit of a whimsicalness to it. This is the example is a visit from St. Nicholas, which, if you don't know, St. Nicholas is basically Santa Claus. Okay, Lisa, can you read the poem for me?
Okay, so 'twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Okay, thank you. So you can see that there is quite a consistent rhythm when it comes to the poem, and you can always go, and poems could also be used in the anapestic meter instead of the normal foot. Also, these you can see that each line has 4 foot from the anapestic meter, so it makes it an anapestic tetrameter. If you want to, I'll give you guys a few minutes so you guys can read through it. I won't bore you with the details. Okay, let us continue. Then last but not least, is dialectic. Okay, so, what are stressed syllables and unstressed syllables? Okay, so you know how the word, see, what word? Like, for example, I would just say like the word happy. Happy has 2 syllables, ha and p. So you can see that if you say happy, but you would put more of your breath into the first word, into the first sound, which is happy, because you wouldn't say something like happy. It's wrong, right? So if you stress the syllable, it means that it could be longer, it could be higher in tone, things like that. So yeah, an unstressed syllable is something that you just say in monotone voice, and a stressed syllable is something that you would say in usually a higher, or stress it out to be longer. And last is the dactylic. The dactylic is kind of a reversed, is kind of the reversed part of the last one, and it creates a more dramatic type of poem. Makes for used in classical poetry, plays, that kind of stuff. I heard maybe things like the Odyssey also uses them. And here's the example. Here is the example. Sophia, can you read the poem for me? Sophia? Okay. Luna, can you read the example for me?
This is the forest primeval, the murmuring pines and the hemlocks, bearded with moss and in garments green, indistinct in the twilight.
Okay, thank you. So you can see that these also do create a pretty consistent dactylic meter, but notice that there is also missing parts here. This is basically what's called this is a trach. You've already seen this before. So yeah, that's basically it. So now we will start with our poems. I highly Okay, let me wait.
Does the poem have to rhyme?
What do you mean?
Does the poem have to rhyme?
Yeah, it's a poem. It's got a rhyme.
Why do you have to write?
Okay, so we will be going with better parts of poetry, I would say, because most of the time, poetry is quite hard to do actually. So I would usually take it to okay, wait, let me share this to you. I would usually go with free verse poem when I'm teaching because it's easier to use and you can basically get away with everything because you can say, oh, it's free verse. You can do whatever you want. Also, please add your own sections. Here is how.
Gift of time. What?
Here, okay, so for example, the Luna part is just like an example from the last class. It's one of the students' work. It's not this Luna. Okay, so you can just add section here. And then you would click on here to change into your name.
Wait, excuse me, how can you make a section?
Here, do you see the screen right now? You see here, these are the two columns that are here. And then you can see the part there's add section. Yeah, and then you just type your name in.
I don't have that part. I don't see that part.
Can you screenshot it to me? I want to see what's going on.
I cannot see it.
I don't have the add section one.
I mean, like, can you screenshot it to me? I want to know what's wrong.
I gave it on the chat.
Let me see.
How do you make the sections to add my name on the section?
Oh wait, this is weird. Okay, so I'll just make everyone's name. Uh,
Really? There are no more sections. Oh, and section 6 is why can't I get to write my name? I'm using an iPad, but when I press it, I
okay,
can't.
I'll just do it. Don't worry.
Okay,
So we're supposed to write a poem?
Yeah.
About what?
Whatever you want.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
About anything, right?
Yeah, about like literally anything. Okay, I'll give you guys 15 minutes to see how you guys would do.
I tried to turn. What? Turn off your mic, Angie.
Luna, is your mic off?
Luna, what's up with your length thingy?
Can you delete them? Because I can't, because I don't know how to delete them.
Okay, yeah, sure.
How many poems are we supposed to write?
Just one, but if you want to write more, then you're free to do so.
My poem doesn't rhyme much because I'm not really good at rhyming.
Yeah, it's fine. There are websites that can help you like find out what word rhymes with what word, things like that.
When I rhyme, I just come up with words that don't make any sense that rhyme.
Well, can you check my writing quickly?
Yeah,
Because,
okay, sure.
well, I can't find where is my name is, so I write it in Luna, maybe.
In this part here?
Yeah.
Okay, you can okay, let me just Yeah, you left, so I didn't know if I should add it or not, so yeah. Let me see. Okay. So everyone, please publish your please publish your poems. Okay, guys, please publish your poems. We are going to commence with the next thing we're going to do.
I finished mine.
Okay, let me see. Lucy and Mia, please publish your poem. Okay, so we'll continue. I want you guys to basically try to determine what type of meter your poem has, and I want you to be able to really just like tell me what type of meter it has. Is it trochaic? Is it iambic? That type of thing. And also divide it into meters with the slash. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes to do so. That should suffice, yeah?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Okay, so I want you to kind of like, sorry, I want you to basically tell me what kind of poem, what kind of rhyme scheme do you go through, like trochaic, iambic, anapestic, that sort of thing? And also tell me and split your poem into different meters. You got it? I'll give you 10 minutes to do so.
I don't know how to separate it into meters.
Usually you would separate it by syllables, usually 2 or 3 syllables, depending on if you have an anapestic or trochaic iambic. So you need to know what type of meter are you in right now? Like, can you tell me?
I really don't know what meter is. I just thought of it.
Okay, let me see. So in a mansion, so you can see that in is stressed, then is unstressed, man is stressed, shen is not stressed, so it is a trochaic meter. And then you would know that since it's a trochaic meter, you would divide it into 2 syllables each. So yeah. It's actually
Mine
pretty
is like super short. I haven't done the syllable thing yet. And it's already super short. If it's too short, then I'll try to write it again, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Is it too short?
No, it's fine. Okay, it is 37 now, so please publish your results.
I just got logged out and I haven't got the email.
What you have your own email?
Yeah. Like the mail to the tab to the 2 characters to make the poem.
What do you mean?
I just got logged out, so I'm not quite sure where to get in and
Just click on the link again, you'll be fine.
Okay. But I just got out and the chat characters vanished.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Come on, guys, please publish. Okay, seeing that most of you guys aren't done yet, I'll give you guys 10 more minutes.
Supposed to copy the whole thing. You're supposed to copy the whole thing and then like space it out for the,
Yeah, or you can use a slash. You know?
what's slash?
Like, okay, check the chat. Slash is basically this.
Oh, okay. So if you write the whole thing exactly the same?
Yeah, just copy it and then just kind of like separate it.
Okay.
Okay, guys, please publish your work. It's already 45. We only have 15 minutes left.
I'll just finish it later.
Okay.
Does anyone notice the fact that Toby's writing is changing color?
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah, that's pretty. I wish there was something that made it change color constantly without you having to click it.
Oh, you need to kind of like do like this, like, you know, add a slash here and then here, just like the example.
What do you mean?
Do you know how the example is like this, right? You don't need to do the this part here, but you should do it like there's slashes in here. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll give you a
Number.
guys
just
up to
numbered.
50 to do it. Also, please submit your work by 58. Okay, it's 5:50. Please submit your work. I want to see how you guys are doing. You guys, please submit it.
So what do we do now?
Did you submit it? I didn't see it. Ah, here we go. It's not there yet.
I was trying to divide into sections.
Yeah, and it's not that intuitive, but because it's usually just 2 or 3 meters.
I don't know.
Hôm nào con không hiểu mẹ đi nữa đó. Để mẹ nói lại với mẹ bạn học.
Okay, anyway, so our class will now end here. We will start with fixing tomorrow. Okay? Goodbye, everyone. You can leave class now.